너도 야자야?
무슨 일이지? 머리 울리니까 조금 천천히 말해줬으면 좋겠어.
Hi, it's me, back for another Limbus company. Today is October 4th. Lantern Sinclair has just dropped. The banner art is not the right size. I think they used the wrong banner. They have two images for each one, right? One that's the size for the thing on the home screen and one that's not. So, yeah, this is Lantern Sinclair Day. It's his first He Ego. He's the last character to receive a He Ego. And by that I mean he didn't have one, but everybody else did. We're also going to be looking at Muller Otis today, because she was obtainable yesterday, so I got her too. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't pulling for those. There's just no point. So... where is it? There it is.
나무와 함께 베어 넘겨드리죠.
Does it look cool? I don't personally think so. I'm gonna be real with you. This is like the scammiest banner of all time. It's just this ego. That's the only high-ranking thing on it, and that's bad. This is like the worst banner we've had, probably. But I'll have to get into that when we get into the ego itself, which I'll go over now, because why not? Obviously, you'll have this equipped no matter what, because it's his only He Ego, so you might as well equip it, right? Okay, let's look at this garbage. First off, that's predictable. Okay, Lantern. It's an 18 to 24 EU. Gluttony / cost is 7, which is really awful. Sanity cost is abnormally high for this. It's a weight 3, so it's Sinclair's first AoE that doesn't hit allies. Before attack at 50% minus HP. I think it's supposed to be minus 50%. Attack weight plus 1, so that makes it 4, which is not that great. Heads hit, inflict 3 rupture, on hit, heal 2 allies with lowest HP by 12% of max. The thing you're going to be comparing this to is Pursuance, which I think is 30% of max, either that or 30% of damage dealt. Which means that this one is not that great in comparison. Why is this not count? Is my question. Because if we go to the Corrosion, it's a 30 to 18. Attack weight of 3, has the same before attack effect. Targets the units with the most HP. Tails hit, inflict 3 rupture count. Why? Who knows? On hit, inflict 3 defense level down. On hit, heal self by 50% of damage dealt. So it's a lot more selfish if you use the overclock. Okay, whatever. This is like... first off, super high sanity cost for some reason. Like, that's 45 sanity to use the overclock, which is just very debilitating. Passive, after defeating an enemy that mainly targets this unit at the start of the combat phase, heal 3% of max HP plus Gluttony Absolute Resonance % of max HP. Who cares? The problem with this is that you'll want to be at low HP to get the attack weight buff, and it'll then heal you out of that HP range. So, I mean, it's too expensive to spam anyway, but you get the point. It's perfectly fueled by, Talisman. In fact, literally perfectly. It's 4 Gluttony, 2 Pride, 1 Lust. You'll probably want to run it with 7 Otis with Ebony Stem as well, because those are, like, 2 big Rupture Ego right now. At least on the Gluttony team side of things, and that's what you're mostly going to be doing anyway. With that out of the way, my general impression of that is that it's not good. Who would have guessed? No, he needs something better in that slot. That is just, like, wishing Karen levels of not useful. But secondly, we have this, but yeah. I'll rip you to pieces. The thing emitted a series of sounds one wouldn't expect to hear from a machine, and apparently sounds that are leveled too loud for the game audio. Soon, sparks flew and something ripped apart from it with a loud tearing noise. So this was the last one, huh? The child tossed the now defunct prosthetic to the side of the alleyway and collapsed on wherever she could find a seat. Ooh, I'm tired. I probably should not have tried to complete all of these contracts at once. Though if I'm going to take care of this job she gave me, I suppose it would be best that I don't leave any unfinished contracts behind. The child sighed and scribbled something on a small notepad, and made her way back to the office. The note said Open Contract 404, and above it were several other entries labeled Private Contracts. The child's relatively small fixer office was flooded with a decent amount of daily contracts, to the point where it rivaled the workload of some association's lower-ranking sections. What am I even doing? The busyness isn't at all what I wanted when I started my own fixer office. While offices and associations are both fixer organizations, the minutiae of their workings were somewhat different. It's not entirely correct to say that associations are naturally superior to offices, though they employ many more fixers and operate on a larger scale. This is why many offices maintain an associate relationship with the associations. Okay. Many assume that offices' primary source of income is from private contracts, but even that isn't easy to snag when the office hasn't made a name for itself yet. So fledgling offices often take what are known as open contracts. Associations often take and post open contracts so fixer offices can pick them up. But since they are also taken on a first-come, first-served basis, many offices often go days without grabbing a single one of them. Associate offices or offices with an association insider may be subcontracted by them, but neither has been true for this child. When the child opened her own office, she dreamed of slow, easy days of low-effort contracts and night full of delicious liquor. Did she manage to pick up an open contract? Time to get to work. Did she not? Time to get plastered. That was the plan, anyway. After a while of doing exactly that, her office's reputation inadvertently grew, and private contracts enough to form a queue began drizzling in. It had grown to be a rather reputable office. But this contract was something on a completely different level of significance. Haha. I don't know if I should thank my friend for this fortune or blame her for getting me into this mess. A contract from a wing. Even I can't help but feel a bit anxious about it. This contract had somehow found its way into our office all the way from R Corp, one of the city's wings. Of course, it was only sheer luck that the child's friend was the first to bring up this contract, to which the child eagerly and immediately jumped at. But luck favors those who are prepared to seize it, after all. It may simply be a testament to how much her office had grown. To worry before I even meet the challenge. This isn't like me at all. In fact, I should get myself a drink before the train ride. Just one shot as a pick-me-up. Hey, Yi-sang, I'm headed out. With that, she jumped to her feet. She was going to get herself some good vibes, tipsiness perhaps, before embarking on such an important contract. Otis being drunk. I mean, I can see it. If you ever read the Odyssey, you'll see it too. Alright, let's look at passives first. Drinking Boast, 5 Sloth. Upon burst tremor on an enemy, inflict 30% of raised stagger threshold as sloth damage, up to 20 damage rounded down. So, this is important because tremor burst sucks. And this makes it so that it's actually useful, because there are some significant bosses that are weak to sloth damage. Carrot and Stick, 3 Sloth owned. One ally with the most tremor count gains 1 more tremor count from skill effects. This is also important, because tremor count is not charge, so all the things that give extra charge didn't apply to units that gave treasure count. Treasure count? Tremor count. And now we have those things, and so this unit is not only a guaranteed pick for a tremor team, But if you're not bringing Otis, it's a guaranteed pick for teams that have Sinclair EGO, Yusang, and Muller Office Ishmael. So skill 1, Wait Up, Wrath, +1 offense level, 4 to 11 slash. That's a new attack range for a 1-coin 3-star skill 1. It's normally 5 to 11, this one's 4 to 11. If this skill is discarded, gain +4 tremor count. On use, gain 2 tremor count. At 6+ tremor count, gain final power +1, so it changes from 4 to 11 to 5 to 12, okay. On hit, lower user's stagger threshold for every tremor count on self. Who cares? To be fair, I don't know what her stagger threshold is. If it's really high, this could actually be useful sometimes. But this is a very low defense character with middling speed, so it's probably not ever going to matter. Yeah, this is not a bulky kit. This is a very offense-oriented character. Slice, that's a +4 offense level. 3 to 18 with 3 coins. This is a fantastic skill too. You don't even need to look at the effects. If this skill is discarded, gain 1 offense level up. Meh. On use, discard the skill of lowest rank in all of this unit's skill slots. Okay. First 2 coins have on hit inflict 1 tremor, which is bad. And third coin has on hit at 6+ tremor count, burst tremor, and reduce target's tremor count by 1, which is also bad. The effects here are kind of outweighing the fact that the roll is fantastic. By the way, I would like to point out, Slice is a page that Olga uses in Library of Ruina, and it has 3 dice on it, 2 damage types. The only damage type that's not on it is blunt. I have no idea why this is a blunt skill, but oh well. And Daring Decision. That is a +5 offense level with 4 coins. This is a 4 to 16. Which isn't as good as skill 2, but it's also pretty decent. Sorry about the yawn. On use, discard this unit's skills in descending order of ranks from all of its skill slots. I don't know why this one's worded differently. I honestly don't know if this is going to have any effect difference. Spend 10 tremor count to gain coin power +1, so it becomes 4 to 20, which is actually really good. This skill is going to do a lot of damage. Oh my god, that's a lot of text. First coin, on hit, inflict 4 tremor. On hit, if the skill spent tremor count, inflict 3 tremor count. And then skills, coins 2 to 4, have heads hit, burst tremor, and reduce target's tremor count by 1. This is guaranteed 3 sloth damage if the target had no tremor when you use the skill, which is not a lot of damage. My guess is that it's still going to be crazy for damage, just in general. Because it's a 4-coin skill that can roll up to 20. Absolutely. Defense, 10 to 15. On use, discard. Okay. Nobody really needs to read that. Okay, she seems pretty good. She does not seem, like, exceptional. I would say it's probably up to preference whether or not you want to use Molar or 7. Anyways, let's go. Let's do a test. I gotta bring stuff that can fuel the thing so that we can see it. Those 2 are really good at that. And then Honglu, sure.
저주 언제든지요.
검은 갈아뒀다.
뒤따르죠.
I am willing to bet that Lantern is not very good. I am gonna try to use it because I want to show it. Let's first off Otis. I still don't like Otis, I'm sorry. So the idea here is to build up what we need for Talisman
깔끔하게.
to use the thing. Oh, I'm just starting with Daring Decision? Okay, cool. One cool thing about discard, that did a lot of damage. One cool thing about discard is that you can gain the tremor count you need by using the skill that needs it. Which is something I forgot to bring up when I was talking about Yisang. And the cool thing about that is that as a result, you're gaining a lot. I don't know what I'm saying. You can use Daring Decision while you have 6 tremor count, and it will activate the coin power boost, which is important. That's what I was trying to say. There we go. I did it. I'm getting one lust. I need one more gluttony. No, Sinclair! Why am I losing my clashes, man? Sinclair, my guy, what the heck happened? That was weird. Okay. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention to my clash strengths that turn? But we'll have enough to use Lantern next turn anyway. With its effect activating. This is what's happening. I'm not winning any of my clashes for some reason. Sorry I'm coughing, by the way. I was sick a while ago, and now I am still coughing, but I'm not actually sick anymore.
검을 덜 갈았으나 꽤잘 갈렸고.
This is so weird because I'm actually getting to use Sinclair's ego properly, technically. Yeah, go for it. 25% chance to corrode because he is... whatever. I'm pretty sure everything dies this turn no matter what, because these IDs seem to be very high damage. I do still believe that this Lantern is not great, only because it's a healing thing, but not with the right healing resources that you would need to use it. Like healing stuff, you want Gloom and you want Sloth, because those are the two that are most common on the heals.
나무와 함께 베어 넘겨드리죠.
Nowhere will you ever see me say that it doesn't at least look cool. That did actually heal him quite a lot. It did say 4 attack weight, but I think it didn't actually activate, even though I was below 50%. Daring Decision looks awesome. I will say that much. I feel like Otis is just, you use one of her 2 powerful attacks each turn, and that's it. That's how all the discards work, really. And I'm fine with that. It doesn't need to be anything special, you know? Just a decent ID. That said, it's got the same strength as Muller Yisang too. You cycle through your most powerful skills, and you never really have to use the skill 1 unless you you only have skill 1 available. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it mostly. I'll look at it at Uptie 4, obviously. 30%. You know, I'll be honest, the fact that Sinclair still got 2nd highest damage despite taking over 100 is a little impressive. It's entirely because he used an AoE, but it's still kind of cool to see. I think I'm always going to be of the opinion that Red Sheet Sinclair is a good enough alternative to N-Corp that if you just didn't like N-Corp, you could just bring Red Sheet, and he does almost as well most of the time. Rupture is a pretty solid status effect. Yeah. I like Red Sheet Sinclair. He's cool. And I wish we had more Red Sheet stuff, but we might get it in the future. Alright. Uptie 4s. Starting with Lantern. At Uptie 4, 2 attack weight instead of just 1. Okay, whatever. And on heads it becomes on hit. 3% more HP from the heal. Same changes on the corrosion, inflicts 2 more defense level down, but the healing doesn't actually change. Okay. Not worth it. If this were Rupture count on the Awakening, it might be worth it, because landing tails on using it would be really annoying, but since it's just Rupture, you do not need it. It's unfortunate that it's not Rupture count, because we need more stuff that can inflict a good amount of Rupture count, in my opinion. I would just, in general, say it's not worth it. Use it at Uptie 3 for heals if you need to. That is all. Otis. Let's see. Why is this highlighted? That's not new. It was already 4. And then 2 final power instead of 1 if you're at 6+ tremor count. So instead of 5 to 12, it's 6 to 13, which is alright. It's not amazing, but it's alright. Slice inflicts double the amount of tremor potency overall, which is... And Daring Decision gains 2 coin power instead of 1, and all the heads hits change to on hit. That is a very significant boost in power. Changing from a 4 to 16 to a 4 to 24 means it'll hit insanely hard. I honestly don't know if it's worth getting to Uptie 4 just for that, because it doesn't change enough of the other 2 skills to really make them compete. Hangover Cure just becomes Sloth and gains 2 more power. And it's a defense skill, so who cares? I guess if you really like Otis, I don't think that there's enough here to say, yeah, it's worth it. Necessarily, the skill 3 is already awesome, and you don't necessarily need to burst Tremor multiple times. If you're using this ID with a Tremor team, which you would be, her and Rosespan or Rhodia, even at Uptie 3, they're going to have insanely high damage output. Your main issue is going to come from trying to inflict enough count and potency to actually keep the Tremor up. So you would need, like, LCCB Ishmael, 7 Heathcliff, and 7 Faust. Probably. 7 Faust specifically at Uptie 4. But that's basically... Wait, no, they're not Tremor. Never mind, whatever. I'm thinking about Rupture still. I do think Tremor is a bad status effect, but I think that this ID combined with like LCCB Ishmael, Muller, Sinclair could probably make use of it pretty well. As a damage mechanism, not as a staggering mechanism, because Tremor is never going to work as that. That's about it. I honestly don't know what to think about the... Like, I'm really disappointed that it was just a single ego banner. I'll be honest. I'm mostly disappointed because we need more ego, and the fact that it's just one kind of just sucks. That's not the right art. Why do I... There. So, yeah. I don't really have anything else to say. That's the problem. Woods. What? So yeah. Thank you for watching. I will have the new stuff equipped in my company. I don't know why. In my company, so that you guys can use it if you want before buying. Why did my Sinclair not have any ego equipped? What the heck was going on there? My bad. I thought he did. I'm going to keep 7 Otis here. I'm basically going to have... because the railway rewards are still a thing, so I'm going to have the newest ID be the last one instead of having a Gregor available, because I want people to be able to use their new stuff. I actually think this one's a better one for Yasunyata, because she's not absurdly slow. So I'll have that one equipped for her. But thank you for watching again. I hope you found this helpful or enjoyable. I don't know, hopefully next banner is better. That's all I can really say about it. But have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your weekend. I hope to see you back again sometime soon. Bye-bye.